Thank you all for coming. Today we commemorate the Hebrew date of October 7th. In the aftermath of the attacks of October 7th, Gilad Segev initiated Project Heroes to honor the bravery and resilience of Jewish heroes throughout history. He collaborated closely with the families of those who lost their lives to ensure their stories were being told authentically, emphasizing that it is not about portraying those who died as victims, but as heroes. The project created by the international Israeli artists turned out to be a microcosm of the Jewish heroism of all time, presented all around the world to forward the light of our heroes. And we welcome Gilad to our stage, along with a band of truly talented musicians. Thank you.
אור עליון, אור עליון, בליבי בוער תמיד. אור עליון, ספירי יעלי אור עליון, אור עליון Good evening, everybody. Today, we are very moved and excited to be here, as this is a very special date. Today is the official commemoration date of October 7th events. It happened to be this way. We scheduled it, and then they announced this is the day. So this is a very special day. When October 7th happened, I was in a very deep shock from the atrocities, just like so many of us. But at the same time, I was in shock from the heroism acts. So many of them. I was in shock from two things. One, from the quantity of them. Countless of numbers of people sacrificing their lives for their friends, for strangers they didn't meet. The other thing was the quality. And the quality is the values that happened and that took place once those actions happened. You know, the Hollywood action hero is mostly about entering a room and like firing everybody with a machine gun. But those heroes were different. They were all about, like the Nova people, all about love, all about freedom, and they, in 1 minute, sacrificed their lives for their friends. And I understood that this quality of this heroism is very specific, and it's been a very thing that happened in our history, our Jewish history, again and again. And those heroes of October 7th were a microcosm of the Jewish heroism of all time. We chose to open with this song, Higher Light, Or Elyon, because today we're going to tell you the stories of those heroes of October 7th. And it's very important for us to tell you all that this is not a bunch of sad stories. Those people, once they did what they did, they became lights. Each and every one of them stopped being flesh and blood and became a light for all of us. So today we invite you to join us for a light spectacle in which each of us reflect to one another what we see and what we feel. And we're going to start with an amazing young woman called Liron Barda. Liron arrived to work at the Nova party. And once things happened, she could have escaped many, many times. More than that, her family called her, pleaded her to run away. But Liron decided to stay and save others. And she did that in a very special way because she didn't even know how to be a paramedic, but she learned on the spot and she saved life after life. The last time she was seen, she was helping a girl on a gurney that asked her to stay with her. And Liron, she's the one who stayed. And the next song, the opening song, is for her. כשהם הגיעו על מרכבות סיני, היא זו שנשארה, זו שנשארה, ללא נשק, ללא כל הגנה. רק כוח מרפא, כוח אהבה, והיא יכלה ולא ברחה. והיא יכלה ולא ברחה, כי יש אולי תיקח חיים, אבל היא לא תשרוף את הלהבה, אש לא תפגע במי שהפכה להיות לאהבה. הזמן יחלוף, הזמן יחזור, והיא תהיה זו שנשארה, זו שנשארה. כשהם הגיעו מפלצות קנאה, היא זו שבחרה, זו שבחרה להציל חיים, לגעת באנשים של אהבה שאהבה. בעין הסערה, והיא יכלה ולא ברחה, והיא יכלה ולא ברחה, כי יש אולי תיקח חיים, אבל היא לא תשרוף את הלהבה, אש לא תפגע במי שהפכה להיות לאהבה. הזמן יחלוף, הזמן יחזור, והיא תהיה זו שנשארה, זו שנשארה. כי יש אולי תיקח חיים, אבל היא לא תשרוף את הלהבה, אש לא תפגע במי שהפכה להיות לאהבה, לאהבה. ישרה, זו שנשארה. לירון ברדה. Neta Epstein lived in Kfar Gaza with his fiancée Irene. You know, in the morning of October 7th, he flew a kite towards Gaza as a symbol of peace. Once things happened, he was in the shelter together with his fiancée, and they were shooting at them, and they were hiding in the room. And in a certain moment, a terrorist threw a grenade, and Neta jumped on it to save his fiancée, sacrificed his life. We talked with Irene, and she invited us to their home. She invited us to hear her story. And once she told us her story, we wrote it down, and then I wrote a song dedicated for Neta of Irene's words. And she also agreed very, very courageously to take part in the video, to tell the story, the love story of Neta in Iran, of Neta Epstein, our hero. Forever meant to be, you only saw me melting just like ice cream. Oh, what a mess. Tongues on frozen poles, just like little kids with a great big love of a million years. I'm waiting for you to come here. Oh my love, I'm waiting for you here in my dreams to see that you're okay. 'Cause if you're okay, maybe I can live just a little for me. And everyone says he left so you will live, and maybe it is just me losing my sanity. Oh my love, my angel love, will always live forever, forever inside me. The dress is in the closet, our children's names. From the start we flew just like kites into the same sky, into our dreams. And suddenly you left me between the clouds. I'm waiting for you to come here. Oh my love, I'm waiting for you here in my dreams to see that you're okay. 'Cause if you're okay, maybe I can live just a little for me. And everyone says he left so you can live, and maybe it is just me losing my sanity. Oh my love, my angel love, will always live forever, forever inside me. Neta Epstein. Amer Abu Sabila, a Muslim Bedouin from Israel, didn't have to do anything when he was passing in Sderot and saw an Israeli family, Jewish family in distress, the Swissa family. The father, the mother, and the two little daughters were caught in a fire, and the father was shot. Amer, when he saw this, he jumped into the car, trying to save the Swissa family. Once he did that, he drove them to the police station, but the terrorists waited there and killed him and the mother. But the two little children, two little sisters, survived. And once a police officer, Israeli police officer, arrived to the car, this older sister didn't agree to open the door. And she asked him, "Are you from Israel? Are you of Israel?" And it got us to think, who is Israel? Who is from Israel? Amer Abu Sabila left 2 kids to save 2 Jewish kids. So he is our hero. And you don't need to be Jewish to be a Jewish and Israeli hero. This is what Amer is for us. And today, we want to dedicate to him this music. First of all, by Yaniv Teichman here, that will play something in the memory of Amer. מלחמה ושלום שנגמרים מבחוץ מתחילים מבפנים. אמר יודע שיותר מאויבים זו רק החלטה אם להיות אנשים. לב שנפתח חזק אל העולם ידע שאדם תמיד זה אותו אדם. לב שנפתח ומתחבר ידע שהנצח שוב לא ישקר. ואם אתה עם ישראל, אתה עם ישראל, איך אהבת חינם עולה כל כך ביוקר, והילדים שלך הם הילדים שלנו, ואהבתך תאיר כל יום אותנו. אמר יודע לא לבחור צד, תמיד לבחור יחד, גם כשאתה לבד. אמר שומע זעקות לעזרה, והוא המלאך בין הטוב והרע. לב שנפתח אל העולם, ידע שאדם תמיד זה אותו אדם. לב שנפתח ומתחבר, ידע שהנצח שוב לא ישקר. Please let's clap for Amer, okay? ואם אתה עם ישראל, אתה עם ישראל, איך אהבת חינם עולה כל כך ביוקר, והילדים שלך הם הילדים שלנו, ואהבתך תאיר כל יום אותנו. ואם אתה עם ישראל, אתה עם ישראל, איך אהבת חינם עולה כל כך ביוקר, והילדים שלך הם הילדים שלנו, ואהבתך תאיר כל יום אותנו, תאיר כל יום אותנו. Amer Abu Sabila, thank you very much for joining us. Amer Abu Sabila. אם אפשר יותר המחשב אשר. There is an amazing, you know, an amazing soul called Amit Man that on October 7th, she was in Kibbutz Be'eri. She was a paramedic, and she could have also not go there, but she decided to run to the clinic, saved people, such a true hero, called for help. And, you know, there are people that they say about them that they have a voice of an angel, but Amit Man, she was one of them. And Chaviva, Amit's sister, she called me before this concert, and she was very moved to know that we performed the 92nd Y in front of all of you. And she said to me that we also, she said that it's another opportunity to fulfill Amit's biggest dream, to perform on North America stages, being on the 92nd Y stage. And today, we want to try to continue Amit's dream to perform on the biggest North America stages, although she's on the other side. Hello, it's me. I've been wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet, to go over everything. They say the time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were young and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles.
Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart. And when I call, you never seem to be home. Hello from the other side. At least I could say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. And when I know you never seem to be home anymore.
Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time.
Hello
From the other side, I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry
for breaking your heart. And when I call, you never seem to be home.
Hello from the other side.
At least I
Could say that I've
tried to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. And when I know you never seem to be home anymore. Ooh, anymore.
Amit Man. At the Nova party, there was a father and a daughter that everybody knew. It was Aric and Ruth. Although Ruth suffered from medical situation, she was in a wheelchair, but still her father Aric decided to take her everywhere. I'm not talking about parties in Israel. He used to take her to all the biggest music festivals all around the world. He used to take her wheelchair, put on it like lighted, lights in colors, just like Halloween. And they would dance hugged all over the world because Ruth loved it. And he used to say that Ruth is a treasure and that all the people should live in peace and love and harmony. And he really preached to it, and he also said it very, very, in the very last things that he said, it was at the Nova party when they were found hugged. הצלילים היפים, קולות וחיוכים, היא עושה עוד סיבוב בכיסא גלגלים. וסביבה אנשים מריעים בצבעים רות בחלום של חיים, ומלאכים חזרו להיות מלאכים, מלאכים חזרו להיות מלאכים, ורות מחבקת את אבא והשמיים בוכים. איך שאבא שוב דאג לקח אותה למסיבה שתרקוד ותשמח כמו כולם, בשמיים מתנפצים שלל אורות זיקוקים, היא רואה הכל, היא רואה, ומלאכים חזרו להיות מלאכים, מלאכים חזרו להיות מלאכים, ורות רוקדת עם אבא והשמיים שמחים. Please for Aric and Ruth. Aric and Ruth Peretz. In Ofakim city, you know, the terrorists, they knew from their intelligence or traitors in our country or whatever, they knew that Ofakim had no shelters and it was a very vulnerable city, so they drove like 15 miles to arrive to Ofakim, especially because they knew that they can really hurt them. But what they didn't expect was the heroism of the people that went out in slippers at 6:30 a.m. and fought with them and reduced the casualties to 10% of what should have happened. One of those heroes was not a member of Ofakim, he was visiting friends. His name Yonathan Elazari. Once thing happened, Yonathan was in a sheltered room, like not in a shelter, but in a protected room, and he heard the shootings from downstairs. What he did was kind of the opposite of a human instinct. Instead of staying in the safe place, he went down there with no weapons and started to fight the terrorists with stones. Fighting them with stones, later found a gun and fought with them all day, saved many lives until the last moment. You know, now it's Simchat Torah just occurred and we start to read the Torah once again from the beginning like a circle. But I think what Yonathan Elazari proves to us is that this is not a cycle. Biblical stories are still being written every day. Biblical heroes are still being born every day, also with us here. Nothing has ended. And this story is dedicated for Yonathan Elazari, that just like King David, went out with his bare hands to fight the terrorists. יונתן יושב בחדר עם כל החברים שלו, פתאום שומע צעקות, קרב של יריות, הוא יודע זה זמן ללכת. הגיע הזמן שלו, כמו דוד המלך, הוא אחז באבן, טיפס על החומות, ריחף מעל גגות, האיר להם את הדרך מול היריות, בידיים חשופות. יונתן שומר על הזמן חולף, משאיר את פעימות הלב, הוא לא עוזב את החבר, ואז אומר אל תפחד, אל תירא, אתה לא לבד. אל תירא, אל תפחד, כמו דוד המלך, הוא אחז באבן, טיפס על החומות, ריחף מעל גגות, האיר להם את הדרך מול היריות, בידיים חשופות. כמו דוד המלך, הוא אחז באבן, טיפס על החומות, ריחף מעל גגות, האיר להם את הדרך מול היריות, בידיים חשופות. כמו דוד המלך, הוא שכב על אבן, חייך אל הבאות, קיבל את האבות, שהראו לו את הדרך, וליטפו פניו בידיים חשופות. יונתן אלעזרי. You know, once we are moving around North America with this program, we encounter such amazing people, of our people. And I think that the phenomena that always, I can't comprehend how amazing it is of the lone soldiers. What makes a person live his convenient, comfortable life and fly over half a world away to fight in wars, change his life, risk his life in such a way? And I look at the world and I think about other people, and I don't see an equivalent to this thing. What is this deep connection that is so powerful inside, these invisible lines that connect us, that makes people, young people, to do such heroic decisions? One of these lone soldiers was Rose Lubin. You know, her parents say that when Rose was 5 years old and someone wanted to be her friend, she said, yeah, I would love to be your friend, but just know that at the age of 18, I'm flying to Israel and I'm going to be a soldier, which is a true story. And this young child grew to be a young woman, and she followed her word. And she fought so bravely on October 7th, later to be murdered by a terrorist in Jerusalem, protecting Jerusalem. And you see this beautiful person. She was a singer, she was everything. And this song is dedicated in her memory, but also to the amazing spirit of the lone soldiers that we know so many of them come from this community, and we salute them. Lone soldier. Lone soldier, what keeps you up at night to cross the world for what you think is right? Lone soldier, they trained you how to fight, turn around the darkness into light. Your home is where your heart is at, your love is where your soul is kept, no matter how far you will have to go. Together with your truth, you'll never be alone. You'll never be alone. Lone soldier, what do you feel inside? The mirror shows the woman or the child. Lone soldier, always stand up straight, always choosing love instead of hate. Your home is where your heart is at, your love is where your soul is kept, no matter how far you will have to go. Together with your truth, you'll never be alone. You'll never be alone. Where your heart is at, your love is where your soul is kept, no matter how far you will have to go. Together with your truth, you'll never be alone. You'll never be alone. You'll never be alone. Rose Lubin from Atlanta. There is an incredible hero that on October 7th he was partying at the Nova, and once things happened, he found himself together with 30 people in the shelter while terrorists were surrounding the shelter. His name is Anir Shapira. Anir, you know, once he was there, a lot of people know what he did, that when they threw the grenades inside, he threw them back. At the beginning they thought it was 7, but now they discovered he threw out 9 grenades, one after the other. Not many know what he said to the people in the shelter. He told them, I am Anir Shapira from the Israeli army, and I will protect you. And if something happens to me, you will continue and do what I do and throw out the grenades. And when you think about it, you know, it's not only he protected their body, but he also protected their souls. He comforted them. He gave them safety. And Aner, he was a musician, an amazing musician, amazing painter. I've seen his exhibition. Such a talented person. And this is the way we educate our children. From one side, to be poets, to be musicians, to be artists, to be thinkers. But from the other side, to be fighters. Just like King David was, writing music, writing songs, and at the same time a great fighter. And when I think about those Nova people that are those two sides, they arrive to celebrate love to one another, to all mankind, and at the same time, they fought so bravely to save their friends. As I see it, these are the most beautiful people humanity ever seen. And this song is dedicated to Aner, that as a child, he was taught how to play and throw a ball, but at the right moment, he threw the grenades. Hero child. ילד גיבור עם כדור אדום רץ בדשא, תמסור אליי, תמסור. אני רוצה לדבר איתך, לראות אותך, להכיר אותך, איך כבר אז ראית הכל. ילד גיבור עם כדור אדום עומד בשער גן עדן, שומר על התום. אני רוצה לשחק איתך, לצחוק איתך, להיות איתך, אז ידעת הכל. שחק איתי, שחק איתי, שחק איתי. כששיחקנו בחול ולימדתי אותך ליפול, לא חשבתי שתקפוץ לתת את הכל. כשהכרתי לך את האור ולימדתי אותך לבחור, לא ידעתי שתהיה כל כך טהור. בשדה הירוק כשלימדתי אותך לזרוק, לא התכוונתי שתקפוץ לנצחך כמו גיבור. כשדיברנו על הספה והבטחתי לך לגדול, לא התכוונתי שתצא כזה גדול. ילד מתוק עם סוודר ירוק, לוקח משקפת לראות למרחוק. אני רוצה לדבר איתך, לשאול אותך, אם כבר אז ראית הכל. ילד מתוק עם סוודר ירוק, שדקדוק קטן מביא אותו לצחוק גדול. אני רוצה לדבר איתך, להיות איתך, ללכת אחריך בכל. שחק איתי, שחק איתי, שחק איתי. כששיחקנו בחול ולימדתי אותך ליפול, לא התכוונתי שתקפוץ לתת את הכל. כשהכרתי לך את האור ולימדתי אותך לבחור, לא ידעתי שתהיה כל כך טהור. בשדה הירוק כשלימדתי אותך לזרוק, לא התכוונתי שתזרוק את עצמך כמו גיבור. וכשדיברנו על הספה והבטחתי לך לגדול, לא התכוונתי שתצא כזה גדול. Play with me, play with me. גיבור עם כדור אדום רץ בדשא ישר אל האור. אניר שפירא. You know, in all people, most people talk about heaven and hell. Many people are afraid to get to hell. But on October 7th, some people found themselves inside hell. One of those people was Ben Shimoni. Once Ben Shimoni found himself inside hell, he drove back and forth to save other people. He went out of hell with 3 people, and then once they told him, "Oh, okay, stay in safety," he said, "No, I have to go back." And he saved more people, and then again and again. And I ask myself, who is the man that does such thing, that returns to hell every time, once and again? Who is this man? And this man was Ben Shimoni. And that's so inspiring. And when I thought about it, only a man that his love is bigger than his fears will do such a thing.
שאהב יותר מהכל, מי האדם שיחזור ויקפוץ אל הגיהנום רגע אחרי שהצליח להימלט ממנו, שאהבה בו לאחר גדולה מפחדיו הגדולים ביותר, אז הוא לא נכנע, הוא לא מוותר. ומי האדם שאהב יותר מהכל, ומי שאהב יותר מפחדיו. מי האדם שבא עימה הרים מבט מן האדמה ובחר לעזוב חוף מבטחים, רץ לגלים כדי להציל נשמה, כדי למתור את הדממה, ממים כבדים, ממים סוערים. ומי האדם שאהב יותר מהכל, שאהב יותר מפחדיו.
ומי האדם שיחזור אל הגיהנום רגע אחרי שהצליח להימלט ממנו, שהאהבה שלו לאחר הגדולה מפחדיו הגדולים ביותר. ויש רוע ויש רע, זה הכל בליכוד שבפנים. ומי האדם שכתב את שיר הרעות מחדש במסיבה ליד קיבוץ רעים.
האדם שאהב יותר מהכל, ומי האדם שאהב יותר מפחדיו,
יותר מפחדיו. בן שימוני. I want to tell you about my personal hero, if it's okay. My brother, I lost him during his service to IDF. And you know, I just got a Facebook message from someone I didn't know. It happened yesterday. And he told me, you know, I served with your brother, and you know, he really, really loved you, and he cared for you, and I had an operation. He said he was so worried about you. Like I got like a... And you know, I come from a family, my father served Israel, and my mother is a Holocaust survivor, but nothing prepared them to losing my brother. And this is, you know, once October 7th happened, my sister told me, you know, all of Israel became like a family that has been touched by this grief. And this song that I wrote to my brother, it talks about when I was 9 years old, they had like a sports day at school, and I was with, I couldn't take part, I was injured, and he said, you know what, we're gonna have such an amazing day together, and it's gonna be great, and it's good now. And I wrote a song called It's Good Now because this is a very crucial moment for our people, that, and for each of us, that we can fall into the atrocities and think about them as an, you know, fall down. Or we can still be very, very sad, but choose the path of looking about the heroism and of the positive things, and not saying it will be good. It is good now. And this is the decision I try to make every day regarding the loss of my brother, Sharon. And what I'm gonna decided to show him was what happened since the day he was gone. בדיוק כשאני מאבד עניין, נזכרתי איך אמרת בוא ניסע ושרנו בלגן. כן, אני מאחורה עם כובע מצחייה, ואתה מתופף על ההגה תוך כדי הנסיעה. כן, הזמן נצר מאז ל17 שנים, אני לבד בחוץ מחשיך, ממש לפני שאני יורד מהפסים, הרגשתי שאנחנו מתקרבים. עם היד באוויר ציירתי את החוף, רוח ים, שני אחים כותבים שמות בחול, מתחברים לגלים, לא רואים את הסוף. עכשיו טוב, עכשיו טוב. בדיוק כשאני מאבד תקווה, נזכרתי איך הגעת וידעת להוציא אותי בזמן. כן, חצר בית ספר בהפסקה, אתה מחייך, הגעת ישר מהצבא. כן, כבר נהיה מאוחר אחרי 7:30, אני לבד בחוץ מחשיך, ממש לפני שאני עף מהפסים, הרגשתי שאנחנו מתקרבים. עם היד באוויר ציירתי את החוף, רוח ים, שני אחים כותבים שמות בחול, מתחברים לגלים, לא רואים את הסוף. עכשיו טוב, עכשיו טוב. עם היד אחים יושבים קרוב בחול, מתחברים לגלים, לא רואים את הסוף. עכשיו טוב, עכשיו טוב. בין שברי הימים הגעתי אל החוף, שם אתה אמיתי, וכל השאר כבר לא מתחברים לגלים, לא רואים את הסוף. עכשיו טוב, עכשיו טוב. עכשיו טוב, עכשיו טוב. עכשיו טוב, עכשיו טוב. עכשיו טוב. So, all these heroes, I think more than anything, they showed us something. They discovered us something, a path. They not only connected space of the people in Israel with the Jewish people in the diaspora, they also connected time. And I think that now is the moment to try and tell our stories to ourselves differently. For some reason, the most heroic people ever to walk the earth decide to tell their stories to themselves in a certain victim perspective. And our job here, hopefully with you joining us, is to change the narrative of the Jewish people from victimhood to heroism. And we believe that we are the stories we tell ourselves. And in Israel and also here, we should tell the stories, and we start with these amazing heroes. And we have so many of them. And each one in this audience that belongs to the Jewish people will know about himself or his parent or his grandchild or grandfather or any kind of thing, so many stories. And the thing is that this is not a biological thing, this is not a religious thing, this is a perception of Jewish heroism that was forged by our people for so many years. It's values that we share, and they were always the best side of humanity. And I don't think that being too modest about it or too afraid to say it got us anywhere good. So we just need to say the truth. This is what we are here for, to say our truth. We cannot finish a night like this without mentioning the hostages that we cannot even try to express what we feel about this situation. And there was a hostage called Yotam Chaim that, once he got captured, even members of his family didn't believe he will survive because he had challenges in his life. But not only that Yotam survived, Yotam was able to escape from the terrorists. And by doing so, he was killed tragically by our forces. But his mother, a very, very brave woman, Iris Chaim, forgave the soldiers immediately. And in this way, she set them free as well. Yotam was a drummer. His brother Toval is a brother as well. And Toval decided to take part in the song dedicated to Yotam Chaim that lived and died as a free man, in this song called Free. Free, like the wind that's beside me, free from the judgment of me, free, what is expected, free to be what I am. I see everything clearly in me and where I should be, free like the bird in the sky, like the beat of the drum inside me. You can't take my life, but you can't take my freedom. You can't tie my hands, but you can't have my heart. If you surround me with water, I'll split the Red Sea as I hold the key to free me. Free from the chains of regret, free from all of my fears, free from the grief that I caused, as I know the love is still here. Take my life, but you can't take my freedom. You can't tie my hands, but you can't have my heart. If you surround me with water, I'll split the Red Sea as I hold the key to free me. Take my life, but you can't take my freedom. You can't tie my hands, but you can't have my heart. If you surround me with water, I'll split the Red Sea as I hold the key to free me. As I hold the key to free me. Yotam Chaim. So, we reached the end of this wonderful evening, and for us, we are so thankful to be here, and we would like to finalize this evening with a great Jewish poet, an amazing artist called El Cohen. That gave us so much hope with his art. And I can only say that we have this privilege to tell the stories of these amazing heroes. And, you know, in many, many cultures, all cultures almost, heroes have been always there because they understood that heroes have a therapeutic special power, also with music. This is why they exist in most cultures. And we believe that those heroes, the light that they bring to us, is something that will help us to heal. And, you know, we are just a group of people, but all of these people, all you people that are here, we hope that you will help us to reflect this light forward. And the light of the heroes, I believe, carries all the answers that we need right now, desperately need. I met so many students from colleges, once we perform in front of them and to speak with them. And they see those heroes as themselves. They understand that we are one. And as we are at the front in Israel, you are also in the front here in the diaspora, and we know it. And we care, and we think about you all the time. And I believe that the heroes can help us in both fronts, as this is, I think, the most uniting moment we had for thousands of years. Let's do a hopeful song. You know what? Before you can play, and I can say, thank you very much, Shai Kedmi. Thank you very much, Zivrave. Thank you very much, Yaniv Teichman. Asher Vaknin, thank you so much. Thank you, Susan Engel, for bringing us here. Thank you, 92nd Y. Thank you to all the wonderful, amazing team that helped us be here. I will sing a little and then I will say a few more thanks. So let's go for it. Because I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor falls, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Please. Wow. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. You to a kitchen chair. She throws you. She cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Ready? Maybe there's a God above, and all I ever learned from love was how to shoot at someone who outdrew you. But it's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody you've seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Again, ready? It's too beautiful. Hallelujah. Thank you very much. Toda rabba. Thank you. Toda rabba. Thank you to the heroes. Thank you to the heroes' families that got us here. We did it together with them.